welcome back to my channel, and it is the time for the Reading Rush 2020. It is the time for the Reading Rush 2020 edition, and I am so excited for it because it will be my first ever Reading Rush, and I am so excited to be participating in a week-long Reading Rush readathon, which will hopefully be very productive for me, and I will get a lot of reading done. But in order to give you a little bit of information about what the Reading Rush is hosted by two amazing people who created this like readathon kind of thing years ago, and has been organized for I don't know how many years, but I believe it is like more than 3, I'm sure of it. So it is an exciting week for book lovers to come together and read as many as books as possible. And the Reading Rush will be hosted from the 20th of July to the 26th of July, which will consist of a week. And there are 7 prompts for us to complete and create our TBRs around. And I know that there are like some challenges, some like reading secrets, some amazing things going on Instagram and their website and YouTube. So many challenges and many fun activities, but it's overall a week for book lovers to appreciate reading and trying to read more in a community sense of way. They uploaded a video about the challenges for the TBR and also a video about Reading Rush / like reading vlog challenges. So check their website, check their YouTube. I will be sure to link their video and announcement video down below so that you can check them and participate in this event too. But without further ado, let's just move on to my TBR for the Reading Rush. I got my list here so that we can start, and the first prompt is to read a book with a cover that matches your birthstone. So the first prompt is very fun, and it is about finding your birthstone. I will try to put the photo that you used in the video, and find a book that matches this color. So my birthstone was something blue. I don't really remember its name, but it's blue, so I need to read a book that has a cover consisting of blue. And I know that I am a little bit cheating here. It is not completely blue, but I have chosen to read Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm sorry. So I have chosen to read Normal People by Sally Rooney. They have like, this part is blue, this part is green, I know, but I really try to like make it fit into the prompt, and that's the fun thing you do with this Reading Rush. You are not forced to read some kind of things, but you just like try to have the prompts fit into your like TBR scheduling. So I will be reading Normal People. I am so excited for this. I have seen so many people loving it, but at the same time so many people not understanding what was it about or like not quite enjoying it. But I really want to give it a shot, and I really want to read it so that after that I can watch this TV adaptation of it. But I really don't know much about this one, but it's basically about Connell and Marion, who are just like, we're starting with them when they're high school students, and we're following their friendship and relationship and just like normal teenage activities they are pursuing, and they're like, it is kind of like a coming out of age story, but also how their relationship develops and these kind of things. So I'm so excited to be reading this. So the second prompt is to read a book that starts with the word "the." And for this, while I was creating this, like my TBR, I hope that my I made a recent purchase, but my books did not arrive. I hope that they could be arriving around this time so that I could be having my books for this week, but they did not, and I'm very disappointed, but I really wanted to read them. So it was originally The Secret History, but I have to change it now, and I will be going, unfortunately, I'm not very looking into it, with The Goldfinch. Like, normally people suggest you to read maybe like maximum 400 pages of big books in readathons, because you are supposed to read many books, so it is fun and it is quite doable if you're reading short books. But what I am trying to achieve is 8 664 pages of a book. I will start. I will probably not be able to finish. Like, this will probably be my last read. But yeah, I will be reading Goldfinch for the prompt, second prompt, which is to read a book that starts with "the" by Donna Tartt. About this book, I really don't know much about it. I know it is kind of like Donna Tartt writes dark academia kind of books, which I am really, really, really into that aesthetic. I really adore dark academia, and I'm trying to read more books about dark academia. Secret History is definitely a dark academia book, but I'm not very sure about Goldfinch. But let me just read the synopsis. This says like Theo Dacker, our main character, I suppose, has lost his mother, and he is taken by a wealthy friend of his, and it is about okay, I think I'm really, really not giving you a very proper synopsis. I'm sorry, but what I know is that Tal probably finds a picture, like a portrait kind of thing, a painting, and it is related to his mother. So he just, I don't know, he just like tries to protect that. I don't know, but I will hopefully be reading The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. The third prompt is to read a book that inspired a movie that you have already seen. Generally, the other way around is down. You just like read a book and then go watch the movie. It is like the suggested way of doing things, but Reading Rush has come here to spice it up a little bit, and they are suggesting that we read a book that we all already seen the movie of, and I will be reading. It is very hard to remove a book from this box, so I'm compelled to show you all of them, but I will be reading the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the last book in the Harry Potter series. I know that this is not the most appropriate time to read Harry Potter, and I really, really talked about my opinion on J.K. Rowling and her, I really don't want to talk more about it, but I will be reading the last book, and I will be done with the series, so that is my pick for the third prompt. Fourth prompt is to read a book that you touch first, and for that I will not be choosing a new book because I am especially with the Goldfinch, I'm not sure about reading 7 books in 7 days, but I have tried to change this prompt a little bit, and I have decided to make it from your TBR. The first book you touch is the first book you read, kind of thing. So it is fun to play around with these prompts. And the first book I chose was The Normal People by Sally Rooney, and this will be the first book that I will be reading. The fifth prompt is to read a book completely outside of your house. I know that it is very hard in Corona times for many people to go out and read it somewhere. If it's not safe, don't go anywhere, just read it at your house. Please don't do it, but you can play around with this prompt too. You can maybe read the book in your balcony or in your garden or maybe in front of your window, so it is just adjustable. And I have decided to read Normal People. I feel like I'm using Normal People but everything, but it is the shortest one, so I will be reading Normal People when I go to swimming, laying on the grass and kind of thing. So I will try to read and complete this book outside of my house. The sixth prompt is to read a book that is in a genre you really wanted to read more or start reading for. And for me, it will be autobiography or slash biographies. I really did not. I'm thinking I'm probably have never read a biography, but for that I will be reading slash listening to Becoming by Michelle Obama. I am so excited to be listening to this book because I have chosen to go the audiobook route because I have decided that maybe reading this constantly in 7 weeks will bore me a little bit, so I am trying to add audiobook into my schedule too. But I will be listening to Becoming by Michelle Obama, which has been a favorite autobiography of many people in booktube, and I really heard that her narration, because she narrates the story herself, it just chef's kiss. I really like when authors narrate their own story, so I am so excited to be listening to it. And the seventh prompt is to read a book that takes place in a continent different than yours. So originally for this prompt I have chosen to read If We Were Villains by Amshel Rio, but unfortunately my book did not arrive, so I will be reading Loki's Testament by Joanne M. Harris. And to be sure, I feel like it's a little bit of a cheating because this book takes place in Asgard, Valhalla, like Norse mythology originating places, and does not take place in our world. So if it's not in our world, it is obviously not in my continent, but I'm really not sure if it really counts, but I'll be going with it. So this was my list and my TBR for the Reading Rush 2020 edition. I will be reading overall 5 books, listening to one of them, and I am so excited to share my journey with you guys, and I will be probably taking a reading vlog for this whole week. So I hope to see you soon, and I am so excited to have a week full of reading, and I am really looking forward to finishing this one if it's possible, but hope to see you soon.